What you're about to see is a pretty frustrating ordeal over a reel that I purchased from a fellow by the name of pancityhanman. His name is Mike Schmeisser. He's in Decatur, Georgia. This reel had a problem when I opened the box that, as a real repairman, he should have known about, and I think probably did, with the way he was insisting that I send it back rather than allowing me to fix the reel. If you look at his feedback, there are some things that are negative and neutral. Most people don't do that. If there's something not quite right, they just don't do anything. But these people have seen fit to go ahead and put some things in. I did what I could with him. I tried to get a partial refund. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't send me a return shipping ticket. They really got my curiosity up, so I went ahead and took the thing apart. Hopefully you saw the first video. I have clips of it in here. So here we go. Alright, what we're going to do is take this Pflueger Treon 66 bait casting reel apart for the first time and just see if I find anything inside it, since the fellow that sold it to me has told me that he checked it out and that the level line wasn't making any noise when he shipped it, or that the level line was fine, or was okay, or worse to that effect. I'll post all that. Or if somebody's been into it. Here's what I say I'm going to find. I mean, hopefully you watched the other video. It's making certain noises that tell real repairmen certain things, and, well, the fellow that sold it to me is a real repairman. At least that's what his card says. Now, I like to give the people the benefit of the doubt. I really don't like to think that someone was knowingly deceptive, but as a self-proclaimed reel repairman, he should have known that this reel had some pretty bad problems. He comes back with the self-proclaiming quotes and tell me how long he's been fixing reels. Anyway, I'm going to take it apart for the first time since I received the reel, and we're going to find out whether there's actually something, bits and pieces inside the gear case like there should be if nobody's had it apart and cleaned out the stuff. So I contacted him to try to get some of that satisfaction. Give him a couple of options. He comes back with basically no way, Jose. During all this back and forth, I made the first video and told him about it. Hopefully you saw the first video. I kind of chopped it down to size here just to condense it. Here we go. We both know what's causing that. Here's my solution. I'll blow this thing apart on camera so you can see exactly what was broken when I opened up the box. And if you've got a line on parts, hell, it may be nothing but the pinion gear. After 2 days, he still hadn't watched it, so I went back to the email. Again, he point blankly refuses. Just trying to talk some sense. Say what? Again, he doesn't want to talk about it. Just send it back at my cost. That refund does not include my shipping costs back to him. I wonder why he's getting stressed over this now. I don't want all my money back. All I want him to do is cover the parts. What is this guy's problem? Why won't he do that? Well, we're about to find out.
Now, the interesting thing about this is the teeth that make it click are also the teeth that drive that level wind back and forth. It's called the level wind pinion. Here we go. We undo, and those are now loose. This piece slides off of here. There we go. Okay, here comes the spool. And here is, lo and behold, the spool pinion. Where's the broken part? Whoa, wait a minute. There's a missing tooth right there. And if we turn it a little more, look at that. There's a bunch of missing teeth right there. Those teeth, where did those teeth go? Okay, well, they should be inside that hole underneath these screws. Now let's take a harder look at these screws. See, can we get a good shot of that? I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but the screws aren't nice and perfect. They've had a tool on them. So obviously this reel has actually been apart.
I can promise you the factory did not put grease on the screws.
Let's see now. We're going to have to reach in there and take those screws out. Need to take this screw. Here we go. Now, we take this off. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. There's a tooth. Right there is a piece of the gear. Piece of plastic right there. Now, we're missing half a dozen teeth. So, I don't know how come we don't have half a dozen teeth in here. So maybe he did take it apart and that one broke while I was turning the reel. Anything's possible. Because that's all there is in there. There's no other bits and pieces down inside. How come that is? Is there anything stuck down in here? I don't know. Let's take off the level wind idler, because that's what the level wind pinion drives. We'll take that off. And what happens if I do this? Ooh, wait a minute. There we go. To see if we have any broken teeth on this gear. So it looks to me like the only thing that's actually broken here is the pinion. So what we had is one part of a tooth in the gear case when what we had was, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 broken teeth. We have screws that have been turned before. So in other words, somebody went in this reel. Wait a minute, what's that right there? Nope, that's just grease. That's a, matter of fact, you know what that is? That's a piece of paper. That's somebody's, look at this. That's a little piece of like tissue paper, or a piece of paper towel, or some such as that. I don't know if you can see it very well because it's this tiny little piece. But obviously somebody has been in here doing something. We have, let's see now, how many teeth are broken? Like 4 teeth on that side and 1 tooth on this side. I guess my question is, why is there only 1 in here? There should be 4 in there. Shouldn't there? At least. So, there we have it. Yes, the reel's been into. Yes, somebody cleaned out the bits and pieces.
I guess it's statements like this that really piqued my curiosity.
Somebody's giving somebody a snow job here. If this gear fell apart the first time I spun it, there'd be 4 teeth in there. At least. Not just 1. So that's where it is. We have busted gears, not enough parts inside it for what's broken off, and very clear evidence of someone having been in there.
Just slip through. He hasn't had it apart. Don't take the reel apart. Just send it back.
Now, the reason that I wanted this reel was so that I could have a beater reel. I don't expect you to take care of something that isn't broken right now. Well, I'd want to keep it so that I could use it. What I expected was a reel that worked great. I bought it because I wanted a reel that was already beat up. I know how to repair reels. I've been doing it since I was, I don't know, 12. If it hadn't been for this, it probably would work great. Like, you can't cast it like drive the level line back and forth through a busted pinion. You can't do that.